everyone, and we are back! Hello Twitch, hello YouTube! Hopefully you guys are all having a good one. Alright, and let's go. Okay. Currently doing Torment 3. Working on getting our glyphs up to 46. Missed the intro. Drat was putting on a load to wash. Oh, I'm sorry. After casting a shout skill, the active cooldown of every other non-shout skill is reduced by 2 seconds. That could be pretty good. Could mean we could be jumping a lot. You're fine. Okay, thank you. I know I am. No, I'm kidding. That could be pretty good. Territorial. Greetings and salutations. Yo, what's good, Air Dragon? How goes the Barbarian? I mean, I just got started, but it's been going pretty good. It's been going pretty fun. We're at that epic. We're at that epic point where we're leveling our glyphs, and then we got to tackle our gear.
Your reality is a dream. I've come to wake you.
Still some Hoda? Yeah. I'm enjoying the Hoda. What swords? The ones above my head? Oh, those swords. You deal damage while fortified? Oh, okay. I think we're at the point now. If I get one good Fury per second roll on my pants, I think I'll be good. Like, I can drop lunging strike, though I really do like lunging strike. Actually, I could probably just drop lunging strike right now. We can take another shot. So what are you guys up to today? How's your day going? Resource cost for that, everything else on it's not that great. What's this? Unbroken chain. Got sucked into a random $5 mecha vampire survivor like? Heck yeah. What? Ambidextrous, no. Cleaver, no. Execution, no. Martial might be good. Mortal Draw, no. Territorial, yeah, I think so. Undaunted, I think so as well. All right. Rage of Harrogath. Oh. There we go. Inflicting bleeding. I remember this used to be pretty good. Right. I should probably swap out my pants. +3 to Frenzy. Strength Thorns, Barrier Generation. Healing Receive. Let's just swap that out. Wait, I thought this already had strength. Oh, it had armor. Well, we can roll with this for now. Hammer of the Ancient Size. Cool. Let's try and get on Hammer of the Ancient Size. There we go. What I have on here, basic skills grant 20% damage reduction. Okay, well, we're gonna have to swap that out. All right, let's check out this link. Vital Shell. It was released this year by Marvin Wizard. It looks like a game for the Nintendo 64. Man, that's got a nice little charm to it. Yeah, this looks like N64 graphics. And there's a demo, and they call it a demo disc. Requires at least Windows 7, 4 cores. Really? I mean, they could probably put way more AI on here than they could with the N64, so probably why. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Honestly, why are we using that? I think we want to start putting points into Undaunted. Marshall could be... I'm just trying to think. Well, wielding a sword. We're not wielding a sword. Well, I mean, technically we have a sword, but I don't think we're wielding it. See, oh yeah, that one's with the sword, thorns. there we go. We got disembowel. If I remember correctly, disembowel was really good for builds with bleed. Right, yeah. Killing a bleeding enemy has a 10% chance to reduce the cooldowns of your non-ultimate active cooldowns by 1 second. Yeah, we gotta go for that. Unfortunately, that's about it. There's not a big damage increase from disembowel. That's just to lower my cooldowns. I don't know. That might actually not be that good. Well, let's stick with the damage. Maybe I should use... Yeah, I should probably use something like Dominate. Okay, but let's get this one up. Then we actually got to slot these points at some point. No, no. No, we got a grandfather. +2 to Whirlwind, we gotta keep. Not that I'm playing Whirlwind this season, but... we could probably find a better pair of gloves. In fact... Gores. Oh, looks like Gore's actually got a rework. Okay. Here we go. Did any of these get increases? Anything with increases to... okay, so we got core skills. All right. Well, yeah, let's see if we can get levels of hammer on here. What I got on here? Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed by 30%. Cool. All right. Right off the bat. Well, hello there. I didn't even say it in time to say, let's see if we can get levels to hammer. I was like, let's see if we can get levels to click the button. Boom. There you go. Game is like, say less. Okay. Core skills increase your attack speed. I like the idea. Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed. I like the idea. Let's take a look, though. Anger management. This might actually be very good. What do I got on here? Kind of like the idea of running anger management because we might be able to negate it if we can get fury per second. Okay. How much fury do I have? 171. So I'm going to do accelerating. We're going to temper. Okay. Okay, so I got Berserking Duration on here. I think that'll be good enough. Yeah, let's see if we can put Hammer of the Ancients. Let's see. Look, even though I'm not technically not following the max roll guide, I have looked to it for some tips. Their guide's gone in a way different direction than what I'm doing right now, but Hammer of the Ancient Size. What about their pant? Oh, they use something else for pants. is 100,000 steps. Oh. Mantle of Mountain's Fury. Holy, you can get a ton of levels. When did this unique get introduced into the game? Mantle of Mountain's Fury. Alright, it looks like I gotta look for a Mantle of Mountain's Fury. Okay. Yeah, this is way different than what... Crusher, that's what I found. Challenger. I don't think I found Challenger. Wrath. Okay, I gotta find Wrath. Oh, there we go. Oh, that'll solve all my issues. Okay, find Wrath. Might. Okay, I gotta find Might and I gotta find Ire. No, wait, I have Ire. I gotta find Wrath and Might. Okay, cool. That's what they're using. Oh, I should try and find an exploit. Glyph. It'd be cool to do exploit, like just to get the exploit. Alright, yeah, I like that idea. Okay. Some tips. Some tips. Hold above 50 Fury, deal 30% increased damage. Okay. But once I find Wrath, I don't think that'll be a problem. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, but they also go for Hammer of the Ancient Size, so I think I will as well. This might actually be worth. They have imprinted. You know what? I should check out Rob sometime, see what he does for his Hoda, just to gain some tips. Earthquakes. Okay, so they're definitely going for the... Well, I guess that makes sense. If you're using Mantle, if you put Earthquakes on here... I'm not going to worry about that right now, but that makes sense. Okay. So use Ground Stomp to create Earth. I could fit in Ground Stomp into the build. Yeah, okay. I could fit Ground Stomp in. Cool. What's up, everybody? I mean, that is nearly max. Is this worth going for the GA, though? There we go. We got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the one we wanted to masterwork. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Excelente.
Use it well.
And then once I get Wrath, I can take off this restore resource thing. Right. Yeah, okay. I think we got a way forward from here.
I've been waiting.
Oops. Title. There's only one proper suffix you can use. It's trash. You can use whatever prefix you want, but every suffix has to be trash. So blood-soaked trash. This dude just looks like an absolute unit. Huh. I love it. This was a really cool cosmetic. I'm not gonna lie. Just an absolute unit, man. Cool story, bro. Yeah, I might want to use Dominate here. I think Dominate could be a lot of fun. Getting a guaranteed overpower every 6 seconds, that could be a pretty cool interaction. Maybe we should take that vampire power. Give us some extra dominates. Hey, we got the exploit glyph. Let's go. Okay, so I think we should go for exploit and get that as soon as possible, because getting the vulnerable plus all the other damage we're doing gonna be very nice. So if we do exploit, crusher, might. Ooh. I'm running out of slots here. I gotta rethink this. Okay. I do like the idea of doing like some overpowers. I think that's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah, only having 5 is... I mean, I think it's good. It makes you think. It's a problem to solve. Like, it used to be, like, you know, the meta before this was to get as many as possible, right? You would just have boards that... doing nothing. All you're doing was using it to put in another glyph. Holy, what in the frick did I just do? How do I redo that? Holy. Dude, I just iced homie before you can even do anything. He was just like... Come on, we need fury per second. There we go. Okay, let's try this. So we're getting the natural fury drain. I think this will be okay. Because once we go in here, we're just gonna hit one enemy, boom, headshot. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep getting exploit up there. Okay. See if I can get that chest piece. Tunic, right? Rage. Make it rain, baby. Is this mantle? Oh, we did get a mantle. Cool. Yeah, I guess this is new because I don't have this cosmetic. And I have played a butt ton of... I have played a metric butt ton of Barbarian in the past. Okay. So obviously you want a GA. Obviously you want a GA to Hammer of the Ancients, so let's... Okay, so unfortunately, we got to put away Tyrael's Might. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh. Okay, so what we want with this is we want increase. We want to masterwork. We want a masterwork hammer. There we go. +9 Hammer of the Ancients. Okay. Then what we're gonna do? We're gonna break this down. Yeah, my toughness got cut down like in half. Okay. So let's put... So let's put the earthquake thingy on this guy. Aspect of earthquakes. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Then what we are going to do Oh, it applies vulnerable for 4 seconds. That's good to know. It's also good to know. Oh, well, Wrath of the Berserker is active, gain 20% increased movement speed. Okay. Trying to see if there's like a passive I don't need. Defensive stance, yes. So, okay. Okay. Refund all. Do it. Dexterity. I mean, Blood Rage does sound really good. Killing a bleeding enemy has a 10% chance to grant berserking for 5 seconds. Yeah, I say let's go for it. Actually, let's... I mean, this is pretty nice. Carnage is really good. I think we're going to stick with Blood Rage. Alright. So, strength. How much strength? There's a good amount of strength here. There's also some dexterity and willpower nodes. I mean, I like the idea of getting a guaranteed overpower. Okay, so ire is strength. This grants strength, yes. Challenger. Okay, what about... You're thinking dominate, right? Okay, yeah, dominate, willpower. Is there a lot of willpower here? Actually, looks like a decent amount of willpower. I needed 25. Last board. Do we go Bone Breaker for that? I think I like the idea of having extra overpowers. So, yeah, you deal extra. I think we're going to go for the extra overpowers. Be shorter to come over here. Oh. Like, no! Man, okay. No, we're not going with Disembowel. We already take Crusher, we did. Undaunted. Is there a lot of willpower around here? Willpower. Willpower. Okay, there's a decent amount. What about... Might? This increases your magic nodes. Actually some pretty... So, okay, yeah, we did okay. We increased our toughness. A decent amount without materials. Okay, probably time to pump it up to tier 4. Oh, we should go visit Galadriel. Or Hadriel. Galadriel. That's Lord of the Rings. Never mind. Oh.
You carry the trophy.
right. Welcome back to another episode of Sanctification with Bike. I have moved on over to a Barbarian. We're still trying to get some gear. I got this just normal Mantle of Mountain's Fury. I figured, what the heck? Let's just go ahead and sanctify it and see if we can't get something juicy on here. Let's go. New legendary power added. Gain. Okay, cool. We gained a legendary power that I already had on. I guess I can swap it out now. This has been Sanctification with Bike. TikTok, good. I could use some builds from you for D4. How's it going, Tech? I'm just out here just messing around trying to see what. Like, I don't even know if it's good. You know, this is, oh my gosh. I find it very ironic that the power it got was a power I already was using. So, I mean, I guess that means we could swap stuff out. Working away as always? Yeah, bro. I bet, man. How many D4 riders do you, well, actually, no, you can tell me that in private. I don't want to talk shop here. It's good to see you, bro. Hopefully you're having a good one. So I did a paladin build that I thought was pretty decent. It wasn't, at the end of the day, I don't think it was amazing, but it did clear Pit 100, so I mean, I consider that a success. Now I'm working on this guy. Yeah, I would definitely. I think that's it right there. We'll see how it plays next season. I do hope that it gets. I hope it gets tuned. I mean, I guess Undying aspect, whenever you cast a skill, you heal for 2.5% of your life. Okay, well, we could also put utility. What kind of utility do we have? Yes, sir. What's up, Mr. Anderson, over on YouTube? How you doing? Yeah, I think we'll just go with Undying. It has to be a core skill, right? It just says a skill. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, we'll see how Paladin is next season. I'm hoping it gets tuned, like Castle, like the Castle node. Yeah, hopefully that gets tuned. Actually, Tech, I'm going to be coming back over to Last Epoch here in the not so distant future. I'm thinking next week, unless Barbarian really holds my attention. I'm mostly playing Barbarian to see how a class that I am familiar with. Yeah, should never get free 1k% damage. Yeah, it's just literally free. Like, it's cool that you get free damage. Honestly, I feel like that's so much of what the Paladin is, though. Like, it was cool to play, but there wasn't as many interesting interactions. So much of their legendary powers, and it just seemed so much of, here you go, right? Like, it's not like Barbarian where, hey, you use ground stomp, you create an earthquake. If you stand in that earthquake, you gain 42% increased damage, and you combo it into this. It was just Paladin just felt like a lot of, you now have 70% increased holy damage. That was literally a legendary power. Don't get me wrong, I think that's great, especially like it makes Paladin a great class to play if you've never played D4 before, because There's not a lot of having to go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, cool. Press a button. I now have 70%. I have 70% holy damage. Let me go into my thing. Okay, cool. Castle. So if I have armor, I gain damage. So stack armor, gain damage. Now, obviously, that's a cool interaction, and I don't think they should get rid of it. I think it should be tuned, but I just felt like it was a lot of simplicity there, if that makes sense. Yeah, Paladin has synergies that are really interlinked. Yeah. Like this one right here, Hammer of the Ancients, forms a seismic line that deals its damage and slows enemies. Hit by 76 hit for 4 seconds. Earthquakes it passes through also explode for their total damage. The new class will be quite interesting. Yeah. I mean, everybody made a lot of sense when they said, "Hey, Amazon," but I don't think it's Amazon, and I do think, and I hope that Blizzard does this, that they come out soon. Datamine says it's Oracle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've never had an Oracle class. I wonder if they're doing... I wonder if Oracle's gonna be like... Yeah, I wonder if Oracle's going to be like what Spiritborn was. When we played Spiritborn, we're like, yeah, this kind of feels like D3 Monk mixed in with some other stuff, right? So I'm wondering if Oracle's going to be just that, like Witch Doctor mixed in with some, yeah. Could be the D3 Doctor, but everything is just wholly, instead of hitting everything with a poison bolt, you now hit them with a holy bolt, right? You see what I did there? Holy bolt. Hey, what are you up to, Mr. Anderson, over on Twitch? Not YouTube, excuse me. You're not on Twitch right now. Yeah, I think it could be pretty interesting, Tech. I got to deal with kids. Ping me anytime in Discord for chat. Absolutely. Or questions. Yeah, that's probably mostly what it's going to be. Hello, sir. I have a question. Ouch. Not quite that immortal god I once was. Well, hi there. Hey, what up, Saren? How's it going? Oh, we're just playing this Barbarian. Kind of just messing around with some different stuff. I knew I wanted to play Hammer of the Ancients. And so I'm just kind of going from there. Seeing what I like. So far, Overpower and Crit seems cool. I was using Ethereal's Might. I played Paladin first this season, so I already had some gear. Like, we got a grandfather and some stuff on here. Totally understand those. Are you not a D4 player, or like, or you mean? Yeah, I totally understand. I played Paladin first. Now I'm checking out Barbarian as well. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Okay, well, we did Torment 4. I think what I'm going to do is drop it down a smidge. What'd you play at launch? I think I'm gonna drop it down a smidge, like maybe 50, and then just kind of roll through it. I think we could roll through it at 50. Rogue, you kept getting steamrolled. Yeah, Rogue was cool to play for sure. But it didn't have like the survivability that like Druid and Barbarian had at launch. Well, I mean, it had survivability, but you had to build into it in certain ways, like getting your dodge chance and stuff like that. That could just get kind of annoying to keep up with. I got you. So you're back now and you're playing Paladin. Hey, great choice, man. Paladin's been a great addition. I'm somebody who also played at launch. I played a Druid. I actually got him to level 100, and then season 1 started, and I was playing a Barbarian, and that was season 1 was the season where they just nerfed everything. And I was just like, what am I doing here? Baldur's Gate 3 came out, so I was like, I'm just gonna go play Baldur's Gate 3. And then during that time, I started hearing about a game called Last Epoch, and I'm like, that sounds pretty cool. It's got a paladin in it. So, yeah. After I finished up Baldur's Gate 3, I was like, let me go check out this this Last Epoch game. Been there ever since. I've come back to I've come back to I've come back to D4 a couple times for a couple different seasons, but it's been, last time I played was like 5 seasons. Yeah, and it didn't work. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I felt like there was a lot of narrow ways to play. Yeah, it was just a lot of narrow ways to play the game, and if you didn't, you felt unsuccessful. I will give D4 that. They have kind of... It's possible, depending on what your goals are, to do a few different builds. You don't have to just do, like, for Barbarian, we all play this build. And for Rogue, we all play this build to be successful. There's more variety now, but I agree. Like, back then, it felt like Druid, I think, had like 2 or 3 builds. I did my own build and it was okay, but it was not like I was doing Nightmare Dungeons 70. I think the highest one I hit was 80 with my build, so I was kind of proud of that. But there's people clearing Nightmare Dungeon 100, no problem. You've been looking at Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is an amazing game. Grim Dawn is an amazing game. Legendary, yay! Yeah, Diablo has that special thing. You played a bit of PoE 2? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I actually just got done playing PoE 2 right before I came over here to Diablo. I played like the last 2 weeks of 0.3, the Abyssal League, and then I played the start of the Druid League, the Vaal Temple League. I made it to maps. I was like tier 5, tier 6 on maps. I just wasn't jiving with the Vaal Temple thing, and then of course I'm seeing Paladin blowing up my feeds. I'm like, hey man, I started playing Last Epoch because it had, you weren't fond of the play speed. It's definitely slowed down for sure. Yeah, I just wasn't jiving with the Vaal Temples. And then seeing Paladin come into D4, I mean, that was a good consideration for me to go play Last Epoch because they had a Paladin class. Speaking of which, Saren, have you ever heard of Last Epoch?
See some steel you need.
I only asked because you mentioned offline mode.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
We're playing a hammer throw paladin. Okay. Okay, yeah, hammer throw is good. You watched it, never struck your fancy. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair, man.
I forged more on horseshoes and nails.
I do hope they turn things around because, like, Last Epoch's like my main game, so they're They're on a bit of a, I don't want to say hiatus, but they're what's the word? They're putting a lot of effort into some of their future content. So right now they've delayed their current season till March. Their new season to March. So I'm checking out other ARPGs. I only mentioned it because you mentioned looking into Grim Dawn for an offline mode. So I was like, have you ever heard of this game? And you're like, yeah, haven't played it. I'm like, yeah, not digging it. You got a buddy who streams all these kind of games? Oh, awesome. So you get to see like what might be worth your time, especially if you don't have a lot of time. You don't want to start, you don't want to pay money for a game and then start playing it and go, yeah, no. If it's Steam Deck compatible, like the games you're looking at, I would imagine Grim Dawn's got to be Steam Deck compatible, right? I mean, it's, in my opinion, it looks like a simpler game. I guess the biggest thing is, would they have controller support? Is Diablo 4 Steam Deck compatible? Wait. Hey, yo, what's good, Kyle? Last Epoch runs great on handheld as well with a little tweaking. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay, Kyle. Kyle's over on YouTube, Sarah, in case you're like, who are you talking to? Okay. How do I have this much toughness? I'm just that good, man. I'm just trying to get my glyphs up so I get more damage for T4. I actually lost a lot of toughness. I was actually at like 700,000, but I took off Tyrael's might because I'm trying to get my damage up. Right now, I'm just very, what's the word, tanky? Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I got 238 Paragon. That was mostly from playing Paladin. You've been really enjoying the game again? You're gonna go hop on D4 and do some story here in a bit, maybe? Okay, Sarah. Chain Scourged Mail. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. Oh, it's like, what happened to the tunes? We're just at the very, how do I say, uninteresting part of well, this might be interesting, but we're just at the part where right now we're just trying to get all our glyphs leveled. At least to 46. Okay, so I'm liking the dominate glyph. I might change out one of my boards though. Oh wait, no, I might as well leave the board. Maybe get rid of exploit. Yeah, I might have to get rid of exploit. I kind of want to take. Is it Wrath? Yeah. Just gaining fury from critical strikes, I think, is just going to be. And it's critical strike damage. Yeah. Yeah, I might just end up getting rid of exploit. Let's just start getting some levels on here. I think we're going to go with Wrath. I think it's just too good. Oh, I was like, who the hell is this? Shaquifa. I think we're going to go back with this. Deal damage while standing still. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Like, obviously, we don't stand still a lot, but one way to play is to just stand there and just go... Yeah, oh my gosh. This damage bonus is,
I've been waiting for a bit of fun.
Whoo! It's got cooldown reduction. You can definitely use it. Yeah.
I thought more than bosses and nails. What you need?
Okay, so Paragon. So we're gonna come back over here. Something that we can get a ton of. Okay, Crusher is strength based. Okay, this one has a frick ton of dexterity. Okay, so two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 dexterity nodes. 2 of them being blue. Yeah, okay, 11 dexterity nodes with 2 of them. Let's go up over. 13. I think we could get that one to 14. Okay, so we gotta see, are the blue nodes damage? Also just damage, they're not as interesting. One's a strength-based one. Okay. 6. This does have quite a bit more. Thing is, there's some really juicy overpower damage nodes over here. Yeah, this is a strength one, right? Yeah, just damage and damage to elites. We're losing all that overpower damage. Not gonna be that one. Yeah, I'll be able to hit that one once we hit 6. 'Gonna try and grab these. Eight 8% maximum life. That could be. What are we getting over here? Armor. Increase our toughness by a decent amount. Read a bit more about the Aces stuff, and it actually seems more like a hoax. If they start making a chip factory now, it's like minimum 3 to 4 years until they can start making their own products, so it doesn't really change anything. So what I thought when I heard about it, Saphicus, what I thought they might be doing is they might be working with a lesser known fab and marketing their stuff. Because, like, yeah, sure, there's 3 fabs out there. There's Micron, Samsung, and then there's another one, right? Those are the big 3. Micron has officially stated they're pulling out of the consumer market via their Crucial brand. But there are smaller fabs out there. It made me wonder if Asus was going to swoop up one of those, maybe expand their operation, and just start selling their stuff directly to gamers. That's what I thought they might be doing. It could just be a hoax as well. But I had heard about the Asus thing. Okay. Okay, let's try this.
Waiting for a bit of fun.
Oh, because I only have a 90% chance here. Interesting. I hope they will do something, but I doubt they can. That might just end up being the case, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna swap out this. This is an axe, right? Yeah, okay, we don't need that. We're gonna swap this out for skills. Every 20 seconds. Okay, yeah. So we can get the every 20 seconds your next skill overpowers. I mean, that's cool to have 3. Edge Masters is what I was thinking of. Okay. I was laughing my backside off yesterday watching Gamers Nexus video about AMD and a consumer trade show. They didn't even talk about any consumer products. It was all about their AI data centers, even when they have released a new CPU for consumers. Yeah. I saw the beginning of the video. I never got to finish it. So that's what they were talking about. I saw the thumbnail for Gamers Nexus. It's like, really, AMD? I'm like, what did AMD do this time? Yeah, consumer trade show, and here they are just say consumer trade show. And you know what? Let's just talk about AI and our business suite. Yeah, everybody's rushing to, because it's a new frontier, right? And people have seen in the past what happens when you sleep on new technology. Like, look what happened to Microsoft. I mean, obviously Microsoft is fine, but they kind of slept on the smartphone. And now, like, they were too late to market. By the time they got a smartphone out there, it was too late. The Windows Phone, anybody remember that? No, just me? Okay. You guys might remember the Windows Phone, but they slept on it. The default new AI, right. It's and I don't want to get into politics, like United States politics, but the current administration is trying here in the United States is trying to make it as easy as possible for them to continue to build on AI by restricting states from passing laws restricting AI. Right? Agree or like it. That is your opinion. I would like that to, I don't want to get into a political talk. So I guess companies are now seeing that as an open ticket to try and get in on the market as much as possible. With all that being said, there might be a bubble, right? There might be a bubble. We've seen it with cryptocurrency, right? The way cryptocurrency got... Right, exactly. Like, we've seen the bubble when it comes to stuff like this. Really, I have a 80% chance and I fail 3 of them in a row. Each enemy you evade through. Like, honestly, this might be the better option. Evade through an enemy and reduce the cooldown in your ultimate. Flicker Step might be the way to go. Honestly, let's mess around with this. Yeah, let's go for movement speed. There's been a lot of bubbles, but you haven't seen it as big as it is now. Yeah, it's pretty large right now.
Solid bits here.
There we go. We got movement speed. Welcome back to another episode of Sanctifications with Bike. We got this Flicker Step. What I'm hoping to get with this is pretty simple. I just want to get something cool, like a legendary affix or a mythic affix on here. So I'm trying to roll for that. I might actually use Flicker Step regardless for the build I'm running. We're playing Barbarian. Well, let's see if we can get something cool. New affix added. All stats. Actually, that's not bad. All stats is not bad to have. This has been Sanctifications with Bike. Yeah, my toughness went up by quite a bit. Casting skill has a 56% chance to trigger a non-mobility, non-ultimate skill. It's currently on cooldown. If you're using like all shouts, that can be really cool. I mean, I guess a chance to trigger ground stomp could also be like, that would probably be the one you would want to go for, I think, right? might not need this anymore. Okay. Okay, let's go back to Torment 4. Hope it doesn't make Weaver Idols old news. Honestly, just with the way EHG is moving, I would not be surprised if you can only have like 1 or 2 Omen Idols equipped. Because you saw what Weaver Idols did to regular idols. Who uses regular idols now? There's no point, right? So, with taking a cue from what they did with Primordials as an example, I would not be surprised if they were one per build, 1 per character. Of course, it's going to lead to, well, I gotta have an Omen Idol, right? They're just such good value, but I mean, it could make things interesting. On the subject of regular idols, I got here strength, life, resource. On the subject of regular idols, what about the idea of making regulars have 3 affixes but lesser values, but overall having them to be the same value with weavers, but at least you have a choice? Okay, so regular idols would definitely be more RNG since you have 3 affixes, and the values would be lower, but I could see it. Yeah, I could see it because like right now there's just like literally no reason to use a regular idol unless it has like 2 affixes you really want and you can't at the moment. Yeah, they want to see all types of gear represented. I mean, probably except for like magic and rare items, right? They're probably talking about exalteds. I could see that. Something you could use. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I mean, that is a lot of dexterity. 74 dexterity, that is quite good. I kind of like that. I'm probably going to stick with it. Look, that's 192.3% critical strike damage. That is just way too good to thumb my nose at. Yeah, I like that idea, Savicus. I think that could be a good pickup. Of course. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube. It'd be more RNG, but they drop everywhere. Weavers have specific drop places. Agreed. No, that's like the more I was thinking about it, the more I was like, oh, that makes sense. And of course, yeah, RNG, but they could be like, obviously, if you're looking for something specific, right? You're going to be going for the Weaver idols. You just are. Because it's going to be a lot easier to get exactly what you're looking for, but you might find an idol, a regular idol that gives you a nice little stat boost and you can use for a while instead of just being trash. Yeah, you could get something like a triple resist. All right. What is... Oh, overkill death blow creates a shockwave. Ancestral polearm. I don't know if there's too many polearm builds. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Get out of here for tonight. There we go. Might be back tomorrow. It depends. I gotta go into work early. I might just be exhausted when I get home, but I will try and be live tomorrow. If not, I will see you guys on Saturday. We will continue to be playing this Barbarian, and then starting next week, I'm going to be going back to Last Epoch. Been having a good time. I know I'm not going to do what I did with Paladin and take this guy and get like 100 in all my glyphs or whatever, but this has been fun. This has been a fun build. Yeah, I'm liking Hammer of the Ancients. I never played a Hammer of the Ancients build before, so looking forward to it. So anyway, you guys take care, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.